Hi, folks. I thought I'd talk real briefly about what I believe to be the number one missed opportunity that financial professionals today are, well, missing out on. I think that I'm in a pretty unique position to talk about this because, number one, I deal with scores of financial professionals every week, and not every financial professional works with scores of their peers every week, if hardly any financial professionals do that are hearing this message. But number two, my experience in the various product lines. If you know my experience, my 25-year career, you know that I started out in the annuity space where for 8 years or so is just purely annuities, a good mix of indexed and fixed annuities as well as variable annuities. And then after that 8-year period of time, it was like 4 years or so of just life insurance business. And then on to Genworth, where I got some good long-term care exposure, because after all, they were the king of the hill in the long-term care space. And then the rest of my 25-year career, so it was all blended together: securities, life, annuities, long-term care, at a pretty high level. So I feel like I'm in a pretty unique position where I have the periphery to give you my opinion on what I believe is the biggest missed opportunity. And it has to do with you asset gatherers, so to speak. These are annuity agents. These are RIAs. These are IARs. These are registered reps. Folks that are used to maybe taking $100,000 from a certificate of deposit and moving it over here in an effort to get a higher yield to that client, a higher interest rate to that client. A lot of times, the reason that folks are in this space is because, versus like the life insurance space, for instance, or the long-term care space, is because they hate underwriting. They hate underwriting. And maybe you're shaking your head as I talk about this. You hate underwriting. Well, I'm here to tell you that I believe the biggest missed opportunity for you, if this does explain you, is the long-term care space. But Charlie, we just talked about underwriting. No, the long-term care annuity space in particular, think about this. You're still having the same conversation with your clients. Hey, you have $100,000 over here. What if you just move that from the left pocket to the right pocket? Because your $100,000 CD, that's probably the first line of defense when it comes to you needing to pay for long-term care. That bank account money is probably the first place you're going to tap into, of course, assuming they don't have a long-term care policy, right? That's probably the first line of defense, right? Yeah, it is. Well, okay, then what if we moved it from the left pocket to the right pocket? Here's what we're doing, number one. Number one is we're probably getting you a better return. This annuity here, $100,000, currently there's a product that'll pay 5.5% in interest. So you're getting 5.5% tax deferred, although there is a small long-term care fee built in. So let's say net 4.5%. So your $100,000 is going to grow to $104,500 after year one. Just an example, maybe $109,000 after year two, etc. So number one, we're getting you a better yield. And what happens if you die? It's like any other annuity. The accumulation value goes to the beneficiary, again, free of surrender charges. So it's an annuity to where if you die, it goes to the beneficiary. If you want to cash it out, you can. Just beware there are surrender charges. It is an annuity. And I've had people stop me there and say, Charlie, why would I not do this? That's where I'm like, I agree, but we haven't even talked about the best part here. By moving it from the left pocket to the right pocket, not only are we getting you a much better return in many cases, what have we done from a long-term care standpoint? We have tripled your money from a long-term care standpoint. Your $100,000 immediately goes to $300,000 when it comes to long-term care. And by the way, very little underwriting with this process. So you're having the same conversation, very little underwriting, very good commissions. You know, it's annuity commissions. And this is really where it is the shortest bridge, so to speak, to get from, I don't know long-term care, I don't want to talk about long-term care, to having those long-term care conversations. And then from there, you and I can talk about the hybrid life insurance policies and expand your horizons. Folks, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, as well as remember to subscribe.